Chapter 3, Mishnah 4. The Mishnah discusses the requirements for the stones used to build the Mizbeach and its ramp. Both the stones of the Mizbeach and the stones of the ramp were brought from the valley of Beis Kerem, a place near Jerusalem, where smooth stones could be found. They would look for land that had never been used by people for farming or building, and then they would dig beneath this untouched soil and bring from there whole stones that were very smooth, i.e. with no cracks or nicks. And that had never been touched by iron, for iron makes the stones unfit for use in the Mizbeach simply by touching them. And as far as being nicked, they are unfit for use in the Mizbeach if they were nicked by anything, whether iron or any other material. If one of the stones became nicked after it was already built into the Mizbeach, it is unfit and must be replaced. As long as that stone is in the Mizbeach, the entire Mizbeach may not be used. The nicked stone does not permanently disqualify the entire Mizbeach, since the rest of the Mizbeach stones are still fit. And as soon as the nicked stone is removed and replaced with a whole smooth stone, the Mizbeach becomes fit for use once again. The complete Mizbeach was given a coating of white plaster that would be reapplied twice a year to keep the Mizbeach looking its best. They plastered the walls and top of the Mizbeach twice a year, once before Pesach and once before Sukkot. And the outside of the Heichal building was plastered just once a year, before Pesach. The Mizbeach needed to be plastered more often than the Heichal because of all the blood that was thrown upon it, and because the Kohanim were always touching it and walking on it. An additional opinion. Rebbe says not only did they plaster the Mizbeach twice a year, but every Friday they also cleaned the walls and top of the Mizbeach with a wet cloth because of the blood. The Mishnah returns to the topic of plastering the Mizbeach stones. They would not apply the plaster to the stones with an iron trowel in case it would touch one of the exposed stones and make them unfit. A wooden trowel was used instead. The Mishnah now explains why it is forbidden for iron to touch the Mizbeach stones. For iron, although it has many useful purposes, was created to shorten the life of man when made into weapons, while the Mizbeach was created to lengthen the life of man when it atones for his sins. And it is not right that the shortener should be lifted up upon the lengthener.